ever watch a movie so bad that it literally escapes your mind to review it? Well, let's get started. So I went and saw Annabelle Comes Home. So again, I do apologize if the fan in the background, I need to stay at least a bit warm, a bit cool in order to do these. So basically, all I have to say is that Annabelle Comes Home is garbage. And I'm actually genuinely surprised that it's actually garbage. And here's why. One second, I am going to turn it off. There we go. I'm not cutting that out because I had a thought. I don't want to lose it. I'm surprised it's bad because of one reason. When I watched the first one, it was awful. It was terrible. I mean, oh my god, it was terrible. Oh man. I thought Annabelle was bad. So I was very hesitant on seeing Annabelle Creation, which is where she was actually made. That one, though, surprisingly, was actually good. And it had good elements of horror, and it was actually a pretty decent horror movie. What I'm shocked by is that after you have a horrible movie and an actually good movie, wouldn't you want to make a good finisher for the trilogy? And to that I say, apparently not, because actually 3 is worse than 1. And how is that possible? How is that physically possible? I don't know, because I'm still shaking my head at this. This entire movie is like The Adventures in Babysitting meets that one R.L. Stein Goosebump movie on Cartoon Network in like 2007. You know the one I'm talking about, with the chick from Hannah Montana, that one. And I would actually give that movie props that it was actually scarier than this movie. I'm dead serious. I didn't know what to think about this. Seriously, I have been sitting here. Actually, I had completely forgotten what it was actually like. What it was actually like to see this bad. It was unbelievable to me. The movie started out good. It had promise, but that promise is just squished by this unrelenting feeling of it just being this thing they threw together last minute. You know when you got to get your kid a birthday gift and you forget, so you go to CVS to pick up your shit, but then you see like some weird like Tinker toy or something that they're selling at CVS for $200. I mean, sorry, probably $20, but it feels like $200. And you buy it for them last second. That's kind of what this film feels like. It feels like the late bought present at a CVS. That's what it feels like. The film was bad in the state that it wasn't scary at all. I wasn't even genuinely terrified or even a bit scared in this entire movie. And that is a goal of a horror movie, is to actually make you feel scared. And I hate when horror movies do that. Horror movies need to make you feel scared, uncomfortable, and unrelentingly terrified. This did none of those things. There was no creepy element, no nothing. Honestly, it almost felt like homework, because throughout a part in the movie, they were actually talking about all the Warrens cases, and then all the monsters from the Warrens cases appeared in this film, and it's like, you don't even explain them that well. It's like, who's this? That's the dude with the sheet over his head. He's a spooky ghost man, and then 10 minutes later, spooky ghost man appears for like 10 seconds, and spooky ghost man disappears. There's no redeeming value in this film, because it's like, the main stupidity of this film is basically this. The Warrens leave their daughter with a babysitter and this crazy weird chick who does shit. She's a slut, let's go with that. And then this one dude who likes the babysitter, who's actually a nice guy. He's not that douchey guy who's like, hey, I'm gonna get with her. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. But here's the problem. Nobody dies in this movie. Nobody. With all the things flowing out of the Warrens' basement, don't you think there would have been some sort of casualty or scary ending? No. You know what it ends with? A sing-along at a kid's birthday party. And that is the end of it. I was honestly surprised, because I actually checked to see if the film had an end credit scene, in the theater because I felt like I needed something to make me feel like I had actually sat there for something. And no, there's no end credit scene. It just sucks. That's the main bit of it. It just sucks. There's nothing here that I can say that's going to make you feel any better about this because it just sucks. And that's just the way it is. Annabelle Comes Home gets a 0 from me because this is dog shit. It is a dog shit horror movie and it's terrible. Do you agree with me, guys? Is Annabelle Comes Home the worst of the Annabelle trilogy? Do you think there should be another Annabelle film? I really hope there's not, because I feel like they were stretching the story like an airhead at this point, and now that airhead is snapped. It needs to stop. But is 3 the worst? Is 2 the worst? If you think 2 is the worst, what's wrong with you? Or do you think 1's the worst? Let's do 1 and 3. Which one of those 2 is actually the worst one? And if you like what you've seen here, as always, hit like, smash subscribe, and comment whatever you'd like down below. I'm Nighthawk, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Goodbye.